Hello, filmmaker. Welcome back. If you're new, I'm Monica Bryant, and this channel is a living document of my journey as a filmmaker. I've been working on a TV pilot, and I noticed that the structure of a TV pilot is a little bit different than a feature film. I'm still using Word and or Pages to do my work, so I wanted to show you how to structure a TV pilot, whether that be a 1-hour drama or a half-hour comedy. So let's go to the computer and check it out. I figured I would just go ahead and show you the pilot that I'm working on. It's a 1-hour drama. But first, let me just remind you of the document setup. So whether you're using Pages or Word, it's going to be the same for both. If you want a more in-depth tutorial, I did a tutorial of how to set up a feature-length screenplay using Pages or Word. And the setup of the document is the exact same. It's just you're going to title things differently. So for your document setup, you want to make sure your margins are 1 inch with a 12-point Courier New font. The title page should be centered with no page number and single spaced. I also went over how to format all the elements of a screenplay, but as a reminder, your slug lines, you don't tab. For the character's name, you're going to tab 5 times. You'll enter, tab 4 times for a parenthetical, 3 times for dialogue, and for the headers that we're going to be using, such as teaser, act 1, act 2, those will be dead center. My pilot, Ghostly, is a 1-hour drama, so it's going to have a teaser and 4 acts, and I've broken it up into the approximate page numbers. It's going to equal about 42 to 45 pages once I've completed it in its entirety. This is the teaser of my pilot. First, we have the title page. I have made my title bold and underlined. Title of episode in quotes. And then 1 space in between written by and my name. And I zoomed out just to make sure it's in the center of the page, which it is. And I put page numbers, but there's no page number on the first page, so it's going to start on page 2. At the top of this first page, I wrote the title again. Title of episode will be in quotations and the teaser header. This is all centered in the center of the document. For my slug lines, I like to put them in bold just because it gives some separation between the scenes, and I think it just makes the read a little bit easier, and it's easier on the eye. This is a preference thing. You don't have to do this, but I like to do it. So the teaser is going to be probably about 3 pages. I cut a little bit and made it a little bit shorter because it was bordering on 5 pages. So I cut a little bit to make it a little under 3 pages. And at the end, you write end of teaser. Now, for act 1, you're going to tab onto a new page and just write act 1. But since I'm still in the middle of editing this and I don't know exactly how much shorter it's going to be, instead of starting my act 1 here, what I've done is started my act 1 in a completely new document. That way, I'm going to keep my teaser and my 4 acts separate in separate documents so that I can edit them and I don't have to worry about misalignment of the other acts. And if you're going to use Pages or Word to write your pilot, I suggest you do the same thing, because having each act in a separate document will just kind of contain it in a way that, you know, if you edit something in act 1, if you add or if you take away, it's not going to throw off the rest of your script. Once I'm done editing all my acts together, I can print them out one by one and just stack them all up against each other and
they'll be in perfect alignment because everything is going to start at the top of the page. And that is what you want for your pilot script, whether it be a 1 hour or a half-hour comedy. Okay, so what's the difference between a 1 hour drama and a half-hour comedy? So for a half-hour comedy, instead of having a teaser, you're going to have a cold open and 4 acts. So I've broken up the approximate page count for each, and the half-hour comedy is going to be about 25 to 30 and a half pages, give or take. It just depends on your story. At the end of your teaser, you're going to put end of teaser. At the end of Act 1, end of Act 1. At the end of Act 2, end of Act 2, and so forth. When you get to Act 4, instead of writing end of Act 4, you're just going to write end of show. That is it, folks. That is how you structure your TV pilot. If you have any questions about structure, you can leave them below. You can also check out my other video where I show you how to format a feature-length screenplay in Word or Pages. If you're like me and you can't afford Final Draft yet, this is how we're going to have to do it. And it might be a long-winded, more difficult way, but it's going to be more rewarding for you because you're doing it from scratch. And this is how the pros used to do it back in the day on their typewriters. They didn't have Final Draft. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. If you want to write a script and you don't have $200 for Final Draft, then do it like this. Or write it in a notebook by hand if you have to. But do what you need to do, write your story, get your story told, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it because you can. And if you need permission, first of all, you don't need permission. Second of all, if you do need permission, I'm giving you the permission right now. And yeah, okay, that's the whole thing.
I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please like, share it, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. And until next time, until next Sunday, I'll see you in the next one. Bye! I'm sweating like a pig because it's hot in here.